As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Leori.
Live for me.
No. Leori. No! Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking. Niori. Shion. Damn it. You're mine! Slash! Swallow blade! Be still! Slash! Double deep! Slash! Double demon fang! Slash! Swallow blade! Take this! It's over! Slash! Double demon fang! Slash! Swallow blade! Slash! Swallow blade! Double demon fang! Swallow blade! Slash! Slash! Swallow blade! Slash! Double demon fang! Swallow blade! Eat dirt! Slash! Lightning thrust! Stardust! You're mine! Swallow blade! Double demon fang! You're mine! Strut! You're mine! Double demon! Slash! Double demon fang! Slash! Swallow blade! Swallow blade! Double demon fang! Slash! Lightning thrust! Rising falcon! Swallow blade! You're mine! Swallow blade! Slash! Swallow blade! Double demon fang! Double demon fang! This one's all mine! Eat dirt! Swallow blade! Double demon fang! Ah!
Alphen?
Finwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell, where are we?
Ganeth Harros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
No further!
Fall into thine
A
own
wall
depths!
to
Is it
shield
high?
from calamity.
Just blast it out again! Dance in the wind, ready! Not on my watch!
Swallow blade!
Light astral energy! Know where that came from!
Swallow blade!
Hit
Swallow
raging
blade!
cascade!
Double demon fang!
Fresh! Dance in the wind! Sleep now!
Swallow blade! Dance in the
I'll
wind!
save
Demon
this
fang!
one.
Reflect on thy sin! Swallow blade! They smite the
Shining!
flattened blade!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy land!
Be
Let's
still!
handle!
Mirage! Double demon! This one's all mine!
Dance in the wind!
You picked the wrong fight!
A debut performance!
Sleep now!
Double demon fang!
I'll be saving this one! Photon
You're
blast!
mine!
More
It's
where that
over!
came from.
Elusive deity!
Seal!
Evil blade! Here I
More
come!
for the south
Strike!
side.
The tempest engulfs demon fang!
Now!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Speaking of Thistleum, it's populated by Danons, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danon defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zoogles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah,
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right. You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the blazing sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the spirit channeling ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegus is true, then maybe you really did meet Xion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Xion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Xion I knew from Lenegus. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Xion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Xion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegus. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegus was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegus? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tale of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegus, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Sarah.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Xion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Xion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Xion's rescue? What do the others think?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Xion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegus, it still feels like it was only a year or 2 ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going. What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kinda my forte.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Our people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zoogle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then. Bet that shell's hiding something
It's
tasty.
over!
Your mother's going in!
It's almost too strong!
I'll split it open!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flares and Malisa!
Take it!
Look sharp!
It's over!
If you hear it now!
An astral art?
that's my cue.
You'll pay for that! Shut him down! Go, Demon Fang!
Rip and tear!
Take it! Swallow Blade!
Slice!
Now I'm in trouble.
Switch to offense!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
You picked the wrong fight! Double Demon Fang!
Make it rain!
Kisara, frozen.
Hammer!
Hurricane
Slice! Kill! You're on! Hurricane
Be
strike!
still! My
Leave
turn!
the chargers to
You're
me!
on!
In the wind.
Double Demon
Make
Fang!
it rain!
In an instant! Impact Claw!
Lightning
Going
attack.
Double Demon Fang!
Illuminate the dark. Come forth, holy glimmer. Holy...
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, this limb kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Voron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there. Okay.
Why?
Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight. By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait. Don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine. Let's get going. Thistleum was founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not. Shion's our friend. Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almadria. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Looks perfect.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
I can't wait to start making our meal.
Ooh, are we having something new to eat?
Yep, now that we have all the ingredients.
You're saying we should check the owl forest? I think Hoodle senses an owl around here.
Feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered can be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
No
Here
choice!
goes! Not in your dreams! Crumble! Fall into the death!
Swallow blade!
I'll take this!
You picked the wrong fight!
I can carve through armor!
Thunderfield! Get in the
Charge
way!
like that could easily be fatal.
Going now.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Double demon bang!
Swallow blade!
I'll finish you here and now!
Make it rain! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Here I come!
Thunderfield!
Double demon bang!
More where that came from!
This one's
Double demon
mine!
bang!
Make it rain!
In here! Law!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Slash! On guard!
I'll finish you here and now!
Be still!
In the wind!
Nothing can hide!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
I feel sprightlier than before.
What's this thing?
Seriously? Is this a joke? Far enough!
Flash! First strike!
Here! Let me help!
Hurricane strike!
Double demon bang!
If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
I owe you.
Now you see what I can do!
You picked the wrong fight!
Eat this! Watch it!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Got it!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolition!
Here goes!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Does anyone else think this... Maybe just a bit too tough for us?
Is that the Zoogle we were told to dispatch? This one will be difficult to predict.
Not on my watch!
Lion Heart! Going in!
Swallow blade! Double demon blade!
I shall steal you where you stand.
Slash!
This one's mine! You look like this!
I couldn't make it in time.
In here!
Blood.
Leaving you a bloody
howling! Dazzle!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul.
This works!
Ready and weary. Armor won't save you.
Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Benediction light.
This
Coyote.
one's mine!
Shining supernova! Raging cascade!
Slash!
One
Swallow
more!
blade!
One more!
Air thrust!
Dazzle!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Going in!
Double demon fang!
Blood.
Swallow blade!
apart.
Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We won.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't...
Out of my way!
Me to slash the march on!
You picked the wrong fight!
Hurricane
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Swallow blade! Double demon fang!
Take this! Ready and raring!
Fall into my
I'll
own
smash you!
Dazzle!
Make it rain!
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Look sharp!
Take
Raging
this!
cascade!
Swallow blade!
Tornado!
More for the sun!
Swallow blade! Slash!
Sleep
Everlasting slash!
Eagle wave!
Illuminate the dark!
Mirage!
Holy quiver! Fiery wind!
Eat dirt!
Hurricane strike!
Slash! Double demon fang!
Flaming meteor! Now!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Hurricane illuminate the dark!
Going in!
Come forth! Holy quiver! Holy
Swallow
land!
blade! Double demon fang!
Make it rain!
Law! Demons descend!
Flashing bang! My exploits are bearing fruit.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Sleeping on the ground beneath the heavens like this? Why, it's hard to complain.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it, studying the very thing you're being persecuted for. But that's what we did, just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense though. I mean, it was astral arts that let the Renans dominate Dana, right? Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever considered it might have been something like that?
I guess I haven't.
I wonder why magic alone attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah. Good night. I want to go back to bed.
Let's see what you've got.
You're mine! Dragon
Anything in armor is all
Illuminate the
mine!
dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious!
Armor won't save you!
Close one!
Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! Lightning Thrust!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer!
Stardust!
Holy land!
Dragon Swarm! This one's all
Illuminate the
mine!
dark! Come forth, holy glimmer!
Eat dirt!
Holy land!
Dragon Swarm!
No further!
I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Lightning orb!
Dragon Swarm!
Raging cascade!
Hard up! Who's next?
Spread! Dance in the wind! Seal!
Dazzle!
Blood.
Look sharp!
Double Demon Fang! I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
A scream bathed in blood.
More of that heat from
Dragon Swarm!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Ho! Ho ho ho!
You're saying we should... check the Owl Forest? There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Dragon Swarm!
Going in!
Now you see what I can do!
Gale Force!
Double Demon
Lightning
It's
Condemned!
on!
Are
You
those
picked
arms
the wrong
even
fight!
natural?
Look out! Dragon Swarm!
Holy Land! Here goes! Confiscated!
Here I come!
Can you take it?
It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Holy Glimmer!
Dragon
No
Swarm!
storm shall break this night.
Holy Land!
Going in!
It's on!
Going in! Thunder
You picked the wrong fight!
I'm on a roll!
Dragon Swarm!
Sealed!
Make it
Be
rain!
still!
Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
I feel the power flowing through me.
You'll be able to help even more people now.
Yeah, I guess I will.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Shion. I know we will. Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah, what are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh, it's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will...
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options. Let's grit our teeth and go. Is it just me, or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almadria. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it. Go no further!
You're mine! Dragon form! Tentacle demon fight!
On guard!
over! Far enough!
Sleep now.
Glacial Ice! Tiger Dragon Swarm!
That's my cue.
Dragon Swarm!
Shut him down.
You're mine!
Make it wait!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Illuminate the dark. Come
This
forth
one
to
is
deliver.
mine.
Round and holy land.
Be still!
Rising Sun! Dragon Swarm!
I couldn't make it in time. He who prepares
Dragon
from
Swarm!
beyond.
Sleep now. That
Imbue
is
this
your dream.
vanquished soul with life.
Armor won't save you! I'm ready! Dragon Ball!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Come one, come all!
Imbue this
Dragon Swarm!
life.
Feel.
Resuscitation.
Get on in there with the others.
You're finished!
Make it wait!
Take this!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
They really made us work for that one.
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shiana. Sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
I'll do my best.
You're mine! Take this!
Raging storm!
Look Dragon Swarm!
Take this. How about this?
Double Smash!
Now, come on. You have to hold on.
In a bind.
Wind astral energy!
Hurricane
Dance in the wind!
Look sharp.
Air thrust!
Stay calm.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flame the Balasher!
From beyond.
Hurricane
Imbue this vanquished soul with life.
This one's mine.
Resuscitation.
Raging tempest!
Light.
Spread!
Dragon
Dance in the wind!
Enough.
In here!
Sloppy.
I couldn't make it in time.
Sweet dreams!
This engulfs you. The scream
Raging
fades
storm!
to blood.
Whoa,
Rending you a
hey,
bloody
what is
hollow. From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with love. Resuscitation.
Photon raging cascade!
Not done yet!
Benediction light.
I'm not done!
Dance in the wind!
I owe you
Air
one.
thrust! Light astral
Double
energy!
Demon Fang!
Does anyone else think this may be... just a bit too tough for us?
No choice.
I can't hold on much longer!
Dragon Shattering the Pieces!
In a bind.
Guardian Dragon Swarm! You pay for that! Dragon Swarm!
Leave the enemy's arts to
Double
me!
Demon Fang!
Milk and place here. I shall ensure you
Lightning
survive
Thrust!
this.
Rising Falcon! You're mine! You're finished!
Confiscate!
Take this!
Another incantation
Dragon
ruined.
Beyond Kiss!
Resonate with the earth.
Double Demon Fang!
Gale Force!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and pummeling to me.
Dragon Form!
Come on to being interrupted.
Try harder!
Reflecting thy sins, they smite with blackened
Here goes!
Dragon Fish One's all mine! Eat dirt! Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready!
More! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Dance in the
Take
wind!
this!
Feel.
I can carve through armor.
Dragon
I'll be
Swarm!
saving this one.
Double Demon Fang!
Thunder now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw!
We may be a touch beyond our depth.
We barely got a look at the thing. Hi, Hoodle! Light astral energy!
Resonate with the my reach is
Dragon Swarm!
I like my content. Forgive me. My fault.
Double Demon Fang! Double
The enemy wields ours too.
We'll soon see about that.
Strong.
It'll split it open! Be my guest!
Hold on to your art.
Come and face
Here
me!
I come! Confiscating! Lightning orb! More lightning
You picked the wrong fight!
Photon
Try
blast!
harder!
Lightning descent!
Time to let it rip! Try harder!
Take this!
Illuminate the dark! Magic is
I can
there!
carve through armor.
Art requires complete focus!
Dragon Swarm!
Take that! One last
Down.
one! Dance in the wind! In here! Get on in there with the others! Ha! Whoa, hey! One at a time! In here!
Dragon
Down for the
Swarm!
outside! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Too much steel! Or steel! Raging cascade! Steel! Don't mind if I do!
It's go
Photon
time!
flash! Raging cascade! Spread! Dance in the wind!
It's time!
Air thrust!
Double Demon! You picked the wrong fight!
Photon flash!
Double
Now!
Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
Raging
Double Demon
cascade!
Fang! Take this!
Dance
It's
in the
over!
wind! Air thrust! Photon flash!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon
Now!
Fang!
Hey! Anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
Okay.
Okay. Yes!
What?
Really? Dohalim. Dohalim, I'm going to look into some seasonal fishing spots.
By all means.
Leave the preparations to me as well. I'll bring the rods. Would you prefer your fish served grilled or raw?
I'll, trust your judgment, Kisara.
Looks like we made it here in one piece. You can never be too prepared. But did we have to...
You make sure to rest too, Hoodle.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
Night, everyone! Another day, another Gald.
Something you'll... It's odd here. Be on your guard.
No choice.
Going in!
Anything in armor is easy.
Lightning orb!
Hurricane blast! You're mine!
Ungrab!
Begin! Dark Demon Fang!
Hurricane Strike!
mine!
Cosmic Rupture!
Light astral energy!
Engulfed you!
Dance in the wind!
One more!
Air
It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll
Double
trim it up.
Demon Fang! Eagle Ray! You picked the wrong fight!
Not on my watch!
Dragon
I'll
Swarm!
thank you.
Photon illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer!
I'm ready. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around.
Certainly
Dragon
not.
Swarm! Double Demon Fang!
I'm ready. All yours, Kisara.
I can feel my power growing!
Benediction light.
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane Strike!
Ready up!
I can
Carve through armor.
Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal! Double Demon Fang! Eat dirt!
Look sharp!
Double
You've got a
Demon
knack for
Fang!
battle.
I still plan on training.
That's what I like to hear.
Long flight!
Dragon Swarm!
Illuminate the dark!
Come and face me!
Holy Land!
Here I come!
Blaze of fire!
Take this!
Hurricane Strike!
You're mine! Dragon
Not
Swarm!
on my watch!
This one's all mine!
Raging Cascade!
Everlasting
Look
charge.
sharp!
Negative gate.
I'll be saving you!
Take this!
Blood.
You're finished!
I'm ready.
Scattering Dome! In an instant! Impact Block! We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a good partner.
Gotta break through! Eat dirt!
Hurricane Strike!
I can carve through armor.
Lightning Orb! Raging Cascade!
Dragon Swarm! An astral
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane Strike!
Double Demon Fang!
Storm!
Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! Prepare to be seen!
In a vine.
Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm!
Benediction light.
Double Demon Fang!
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life. Benediction light.
Dragon
Don't mind
Swarm!
if I do! Hurricane Strike!
Look sharp!
Double Demon Fang!
Hurricane Strike! Let's go!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready.
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life.
Raging
No!
Cascade!
Dragon Swarm! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
I feel sprightlier than before.
I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing to take a shower underneath this water.
You're welcome to try, but that water pressure would likely crush you to a pulp.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Illuminate the dark! Steel!
Dragon
Not
Swarm!
on my watch!
picked the wrong. I'll take you all on. Dragon Form.
Alright,
Double Demon Fang.
No armor can stop me! Remind me to stand with this power.
Flaming meteor!
here!
Ground and
I'm
shock!
saving this one!
Crescent Moon!
Steel!
Tiger Blade!
No, I'm not done.
Negative
Dragon
Gate!
Form.
I couldn't make it in time.
Demon Fang.
On guard! Anything in armor is all mine!
vanquished
Now you see what I can do!
You like being pounded into shape! Look sharp!
I've still got some
Hurricane
fire.
Flash! This one's mine!
Can't get out of this!
Raging Cascade!
On guard!
Steel.
Igneous! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolitor!
From beyond, imbue this
Illuminate
vanquished
this
soul!
one.
Anything in armor is all mine!
Holy
Imbue
Lord.
I can carve through
You
armor!
want the handle?
From beyond,
Sweet
imbue
dreams.
this vanquished soul with
Arc
no
shield.
hesitation!
Not on my watch! Hurricane Flash! Go down!
Megasonic Thrust. We won. Right, here goes! Dragon Form!
Look sharp!
Megasonic Thrust! Dragon Form!
In the wind!
Lightning Thrust!
This one!
Down!
Come forth! Holy Glimmer! Holy
You're
Land!
mine!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Dragon
All back in their defenses!
Glad you have your uses!
Dragon Form!
I'll show you how useful I can be!
This one's all mine! You picked the wrong button!
Take this! Ancient deity! I can carve through armor!
Ah!
Try on her back!
Megasonic
Make it
Thrust!
rain!
Blow them away!
Lightning condemned!
Going in!
Megasonic Thrust!
Illuminate!
Take one!
Megasonic Thrust!
Holy Land!
Take
Dragon
no
Form!
further!
Hurricane Flash!
I'm ready! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy Glimmer!
Here!
Holy Land!
Dragon Form!
Another incantation ruined.
Megasonic Thrust!
Go down! Illuminate the
Anything in
dark!
armor is all mine! Resonate with the earth!
Holy Land!
Dragon Form! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together!
Like a finely timed
Eat
waltz.
dirt!
Holy Land!
Far enough!
Dragon Form!
I don't have much left!
Megasonic Thrust!
One more!
I'm
ready. Dragon Form!
Frozen!
Hammer!
So I still had room to grow.
Looks like some solid equipment. Go no further!
Here I come! That's some good...
Equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even halfway? Are you serious?
That's no reason to give up now.
Yeah, just gotta buckle down.
That's the spirit.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way!
Save your breath! All that thing sees is a talking meal!
So let's show it how wrong it is! Is it trying to stop us?
Holy Land!
Look shot! Aim for the weak point!
Dragon Swarm!
Tiger Blade! Lion Howl!
Here goes! Don't mind if I do.
I can carve through armor!
Hurricane
Dragon Swarm!
It's time! Take this!
Here! This one's all mine!
Go get illuminated! Come forward! Holy Glitter! Going
Dragon
in!
Swarm!
You with a shot! Tempest!
It looks like you got this covered.
You picked the wrong fight! Mega Sonic Rush!
That's it!
I'm not done!
This one's mine! This one's mine!
Benediction light.
Now I can let loose!
Its wings are lighting up!
It's getting ready to attack! Anything in armor is all mine!
Come on!
Such tremendous power.
Don't face it head on!
Dragon Swarm!
Crescent Moon!
It's wide open!
It won't escape me.
Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp!
Take this!
That's it!
Here!
Flaming Meteor!
Here I come!
Here's the wall!
New escape! Dragon Swarm!
Thunderblade!
I'm
Illuminate
not
the
done!
sun! Come forth! Holy Glimmer! Holy Land!
Scream bases you require a hand.
Bloody can't get out of charging us!
That's what my shield's for! Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Dragon Swarm!
Holy Glimmer!
Mega Sonic Rush! Dragon Swarm!
Far enough!
It's go time!
Thunder Titan!
Carve through armor!
Hurricane Strike!
Thunderblade! Illuminate the here goes!
Mega
Not in
Sonic
your
Rush!
dreams!
Soaring Blast!
My astral energy!
Flaming Meteor!
Mega Sonic
Blast
Rush!
and Pound!
One more
Not
raging
now,
cascade!
not ever!
Spray! Dance the wind!
Now I can let loose!
Light astral energy!
Magic
Magic
advance!
Dragon Swarm!
Bathed in blood.
Get on in there with the others!
The Guardian Field!
You paid for that! You picked the wrong fight!
No further.
Mega Sonic Rush! Dragon Swarm! Try it!
This has a most peculiar taste.
Anything in armor is all mine! Armor won't save you!
Resuscitation! Benediction light.
I've still got some fight left in me.
Benediction light.
Holy
Now I
land!
can let loose.
Now!
Form! More! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
From beyond,
Dragon
imbue
form!
this vanquished soul with life.
Lightning
We
orb!
take this.
Lightning condemned!
Can't get out of this.
Thunderblade!
train
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy fire!
Light.
Hurricane strike! Raging storm!
It's on! You picked the wrong fight!
Seismic take this and engulfs you. Benediction
Champion
light.
Swirl! Hurricane strike! Not in your dreams!
Ready up!
Raging
Dragon!
cascade! No chance!
Benediction light.
Dance in the wind! In here!
Benediction light.
This'll come in handy.
This one's mine.
Dragon Form!
Still, you're all
Alright, it's showtime!
Megasonic Thrust!
Holy
Benediction
land!
light.
to me. I don't have much left.
Let us take to the fray.
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy glimmer! Holy land!
Thanks, Shion.
Illuminate the dark!
Dragon Form!
Going in.
Use its weak point to take it down.
All together,
Dragon
everyone.
Form!
Take this.
You're finished!
Take this.
Take this!
In a bind.
Dragon Form!
Wind astral energy!
Ready?
Dance in the wind!
I'll smash you.
Dragon Form!
Photon flares in the wind!
Tiger Blade.
You a
Bloody
hell.
this one!
Eat dirt!
Here's Perfect move! Alright!
Dragon
Tiger
Form!
Blade!
Don't leave me alone.
This one is almost in the bag!
Not done yet. Just falling back.
Then it's time for you to do what you do best!
Megasonic Thrust! Dragon
Lightning
Form!
orb! Photon illuminate the dark!
Dragon
Come
Form!
forth, holy glimmer! Getting stronger!
Megasonic Thrust!
Their arcs
Switching
were
up its
interrupted.
movement. Watch out!
They're not playing around.
I healed my
Go get him! Photon, lightning condemned!
Rending you up bloody
Magic is down!
on your knees.
I'll smash you!
This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! Try harder! Stay away from my friends!
Everlasting darkness. Negative thing. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. On your knees. Seismic rupture.
Going in.
Captivity.
Dragon Form!
How about this?
Pierce!
I'll grind you into dust.
There!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul
All right,
with life.
let me at it.
Benediction
I
light.
still got some fight left
Nicole.
in me.
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Holy land!
Dragon
Take
Form!
this.
Armor won't save you!
Megasonic Thrust!
Raging cascade! Spread! Dance in the wind!
Dragon Form!
Leave now. More for the stockpile.
Pierce!
Here goes! Up and at 'em! Let's go! Wind astral energy! Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! Illuminate the dark! Come forth,
Dazzle!
holy land!
Rising Sun! Pierce!
Now!
More! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistleum made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Shion needs us.
How are we still not there yet? It feels like we've been climbing this mountain forever.
It helps if you try not to look up or down. All you need is silent determination. Talking too much will only waste energy and burn you out.
I'm too tired to look up or down, even if I wanted to.
Take care you don't fall, at least. Unless you want to make a Zoogle's day, that is.
Zoogles? Why would they care if I fell or not?
How would you feel if a 3-course meal fell right out of the sky at your feet?
Zoogle chow.
Law? Best not to listen to him if you can help it. You'll only be encouraging him if you do.
Tell me that before I listen next time.
Still, Tohalim has a point. One wrong step and it's curtains.
Wouldn't it be great if we could all fly like Hootle? I bet even the refugees who didn't make it would have made it to Thistleum that way.
Until we magically sprout wings. Let's just watch where we're stepping instead, okay? Come on. Shion's waiting for us. We're so high up.
We did it. We've reached the top of the mountain.
About damn time. My knees are singing symphonies over here.
Look, there it is.
That's it. That's Pelegion, the seat of Volron's power.
So that's where Shion's being held?
Most likely.
Most likely.
That is what I said, yes.
Pelegion's still our best lead. So that's where we go, right?
Any advice before we head in there?
No.
No?
In the ancient tongue, Ganeth Heros means Fortress of Naught, though I fail to see what insight that nugget of trivia holds.
I guess I just thought you might have something we could use.
Since Volron became Lord, the only thing this realm has been known for is its shroud of secrecy. It is Volron's stronghold. All else is incidental. Just keep in mind that you can't be too careful inside.
Speaking of which, just how are all of us planning to get inside exactly?
It's not like there are any secret passages.
We've come this far. If there's no other way in, I guess we'll just have to use the front gate. Volron told us to come find him, which means he's expecting us. Let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Land of water or no, this place has a most curious atmosphere.
I'd be taking a dip in it if the circumstances were better.
Sorry, but we have to push through for now. Shion is waiting.
Yeah, I hear ya. A soak can wait.